Well, join Dr. Phil, clinical counselor, and his beloved Clarissa, counseling psychologist, on The Healing Process every Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM. That's The Healing Process, Thursdays, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Rev-Up St. Lucia 95.9 FM. Let the healing process begin.
This is the healing process coming your way today, folks. When it comes to dealing with the challenges, the changes and crises of life, it is important to seek help early. Don't sit around sucking your thumb until that chassis is on the road. The earlier you seek help, the shorter and easier it will be because there will be less of a mess to deal with. Contrary to popular notion, counseling is not just for crazy people. It's for anyone who can benefit from an outside objective expert perspective to help them enjoy their little lives to the fullest. I am Dr. Phil.
And I am Claire, sending warm greetings your way. Folks, we are so excited that you chose to join us this morning for another episode of The Healing Process.
We're excited to be with them also.
Yes, and we hope that we can touch your life in a meaningful way. Excuse me. Remember, our goal is simple, and that is to equip you, the listener or the viewer, with the tools, truth, and the encouragement you need to live your life to the fullest.
That's right.
If you recall, last time we discussed Stephen Mama's 3 types of forgiveness and Dr. Augsburger's one-up forgiveness.
Right. Yes. Very interesting.
And of course, we spoke about exoneration. That means full forgiveness, wiping the slate clean. We spoke about forbearance. This is conditional forgiveness, where the apology is incomplete or insincere, and you're still hurt or cautious. But you choose to forgive, but you remain watchful. And of course, we spoke about release, and this is personal freedom, letting go without reconciliation. So the person never apologized. The relationship is broken, irreparable, unsafe, and you need to move on for your own peace of mind.
This is an area where quite a number of persons were confused. I cannot get biblical forgiveness from my spouse, my friend, or the person who hurt me. What do I do to move on with my life? And you need to keep your fingers on release, whether you're Christian or not, you belong to another religious community. It would help you. And quite a number of persons have found release from sleepless nights wondering, what can I do to free myself? And there you go, release.
And of course, we had the 4th one, Dr. Augsburger, in his book, Caring Enough to Not Forgive.
Yes.
He speaks of one-up or false forgiveness. We discussed that last week, when forgiveness involves persons denying they are angry, behaving as though it never happened, when forgiveness involves persons smiling as if it does not hurt or it's not hurting, and faking as though it's out of memory. Well, Dr. Augsburger went on to say, don't depend on it. It's a fantasy you will never enjoy. He explains when forgiveness puts us in a one-up or I am now above you, I am now in a superior position in the relationship. I am a benefactor of freedom to you. I am the generous one. And you become my bond slave.
Yes, this happens quite often in relationships when a spouse is dishonest, and they believe that, okay, if I forgive that person quickly, or if I receive forgiveness from that person as quick as possible, the individual who was hurting might want to rely on the idea that if I forgive that person now, that person will behave themselves. That person will do as I say. They will jump when I say jump. It is not healthy. If you're going to forgive somebody, it has to be based, especially biblical forgiveness, on the fact that you have counted the cost and you are willing to absorb that cost of releasing the person so that you can be spontaneous again. You can continue to enjoy that life that is passing by so quickly.
And when we speak of counting the cost, one of the things you have to remember that can happen is that you will remember the hurt.
Yes.
Discussing it with the person who hurt you is not the best idea.
Right.
That's
Very
why
important.
you need counseling, which we said was a form of treatment, therapy, so that you can discuss, you can ventilate your feelings in the right environment.
Because sometimes, Claire, the offendee is hurting too. Sometimes they may form the fool, go overseas, find themselves in a situation they didn't plan for, got carried away with their sexuality. They didn't want to lose their family. But the offended would believe I'm the only one hurting. But the offendee could be hurting also. So it is not a good idea for you all to try to solve that on your own, to deal with that.
The fact is, the both of you all cannot help each other.
Not at this time.
No. You'll need outside help, and that's where professional counseling comes in. You don't go to your friend.
Yes.
You don't go to your parents. You go to a professional. Well,
Right.
folks, that was last week.
Yes.
We thank God that we are here another week with you. And today our topic, as Kina informed you earlier, letting go.
Right.
And
But
it
before
ties
we
in
go
nicely with the third point we spoke of release.
Okay, Claire. Before we get there again, we still have the issue of people misunderstanding what counseling is all about. Because sometimes a spouse may say, I want to come alone, I want to come together, I don't want to come because I want to tell my side. And we have to explain, it doesn't matter who comes first, because counselors are not gossips.
Or you're not a judge.
We're not judges, or we're not interested in one side of a story to come to a conclusion, because it's embarrassing to act on one side of a story. That's for friends. But when it comes to professional, or even a pastor, somebody comes and tells you about their spouse. How do you know that this is the side of the story? It cannot be. There are three sides to the story. And
I think most times we think the person who told the story first must be correct.
Big error.
Yes.
And we are warned by the good book about he who succumbs to one side of a story or acts on one side of the story will be embarrassed. Okay, so keep that in mind. When you come in, don't be afraid if you have to come with your spouse or the person who injured you. Don't be afraid, because you will find the counseling environment and the expectation is so different to what you may believe. Quite a number have said to us, I feel so relieved because this is not what I expected.
And if the spouse is not willing to come, or if you're afraid to bring the spouse along, maybe you can come to a session to see the counselor and he can guide you. He or she can guide you as to how to approach the spouse.
Right.
Because when you're approaching the other party that you want to accompany you, there's nothing like you are the problem.
Right.
It's we.
We need help.
We.
If you go to the person saying, you see, you have been given big problems, I think you need counseling. The mere fact that the individual's behavior is affecting you in the family, we need help.
Yes.
All right.
Definitely.
So with this, I think this is an okay recap as far as counseling is concerned. Claire, take us into the topic for today.
So we start off with a question that's not just on the surface level, but it's meant to make you, the listener, pause, think, and reflect. So have you have you had lots of sleepless nights? Sorry about that. Nights when you were so worried about something that had happened in the past.
But we're not speaking about menopausal nights, huh?
Well, that's a topic by itself. I think one of these days we have to delve into that topic of
Yes.
menopause. Because a lot of our men, a number of them, they are oblivious to what menopause is and what the spouse or partner is going through. Yes, so back to the topic.
Yes.
So, nights when you were so worried about something that had happened in the past that you let it dictate your future. Folks, we've all been there at some point in our lives. I'm sure a number of our listeners can attest to that. We have been there, done that. It means you are not alone.
We've had our sleepless nights.
Sometimes we think we are the only ones going
Yes.
through a certain situation. And then we find out, no. And there are persons with even worse situations than ourselves.
Yes.
And I'm talking about those times when you just couldn't shake the past. It's just been there in your face. Whether it's something small, like making a terrible first impression, or saying something you wish you had never said.
Making a terrible first impression. Melancholies would be devastated by that. They would leave that situation and go home, and during the night they would go over it. We're coming to that, your favorite little word. I'll leave that for you. And it affects them because melancholies, they burn up a lot of intellectual energy, and they need to be careful thinking and processing all during the night. I made a mistake. I didn't make a good first impression, and I am wondering what people are thinking of me. While you are thinking these thoughts, people now are thinking their own thoughts. They have their own challenges.
That's true.
We have 8 billion people on the planet. You think everybody has time to think of you alone, Kina?
Tell me about it.
We call that gross generalization.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saying something you wish you hadn't, or doing something you regret.
Yeah.
I mean, which one of us have not been there?
Boy, putting our foot in our mouth.
Some of us in our youth, we did stupid things
Very foolish
that we
thing,
regret.
yes.
Or having to do something big. For example, things are not very financially, things are not what you want it to be, and you have to shut down the business.
Yes.
Or what about the loss of a loved one? Yes. So having on negative experiences is painful. We're not saying it's not. It is painful. And when we hold on to the pain, we will not be able to move on to something more positive. And that's the truth about the whole matter.
And moving on to something positive is so critical, Claire, because of our life expectancy. We need to enjoy our hard work. If we ever worked hard, some of us got a silver spoon or golden spoon. You need to be careful that you use it properly. But we need, either way, you need to enjoy your life and make full use of it.
Yes.
You're not here for forever. We need to keep on telling ourselves that and allow this to be a motivation rather than a crippling factor, because some of us, we can just say, boy, I don't have long to go. I'm 69 like Dr. Phil. I'm all over the hill. But you're supposed to be enjoying yourself, enjoying your hard-earned money.
I think I heard Kina and Andre speaking about how Tony Paul loved his food
Okay.
and how his plate would be filled with food.
Manger.
Yes, he enjoyed that. So whatever it is you enjoy,
Yes.
do not allow the situations in your life, the crises, the traumas to prevent you
right.
from enjoying that life.
Folks, you may see me in the studio. You hear me. I am Dr. Phil, yes. But I am somebody, I love to touch the soil. Late in the night, I'm in a garden, I'm mixing some cow dung and
I call
touching
him
the
the
plants.
night owl. Always out in the garden.
I'm enjoying what I love to do. Before I came to this studio, I did some work in my garden. Don't believe I'm counseling, driving myself crazy. No. I want to enjoy myself with my wife. I want Claire to be smiling. I keep on telling her, no, Claire, let's keep on smiling. I want to see my face smiling to her. And I'm appealing to you. Your life, you need to enjoy it. Make sure you put your spiritual life in perspective, whatever that is for you, and then enjoy your physical life.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's important that you let it go and leave the past and its closing doors behind. Some of us keep staring at the closed door.
Wow, and we're not seeing that other door opening wide for us, a new door of opportunity.
But as the saying goes, it's easier said than done, right? But we all know that letting go of the past is not always easy. And that's the truth. Remember we said we're going to tell you truth. It's not easy, we know that. Particularly if a person has experienced emotional pain that is unresolved. However, there are ways to move on from the past.
But Claire, from experience, sometimes emotional pain drives us through this door. We refuse to enter that door, that new opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
How
We
did
don't
we
see it, we're
how-
blinded.
How did we get here? I'm not speaking about Rev-Up. We got here riding on what? Pain.
Mhm.
Seeing how it is, and now the intention is to help others.
Yes, and the good news is there are ways to move on from the past and improve your mental health, because when you're not in a good place, it affects every aspect of your life. Your emotional health, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health. Every part
And
of
when you're not
body
in
is
a good
affected.
place, you don't want to exercise. You don't want to go for a walk. You want to stay home and sleep. When these
Depression
muscles
takes over.
are not exercised, what happens? And the older you get, the legs start going first.
Mm.
So if you stop walking, you stop exercising these legs, they will give way underneath you first. So we're emphasizing it's important that our citizens, our family members, our citizens, that they have good health, and including mental health.
Mhm.
So it is important that you don't just sit around sucking your thumb. You need to exercise the muscles. You need to exercise your brain muscles, because the brain is like a muscle. The dendrites must be exercised. You must read. You must think, or else they'll die on you, Kina.
Oh, yeah. Die alone.
And
So
some-
many things could happen with that, too.
Yes. And sometimes we have the tendency to say, I'm not speaking to anybody.
And I
I'm not
forgot,
telling
enjoy a
anybody
good
my
laugh,
business.
like I think we
Yes.
well bounce up. Yes. And it's good to listen to Reva, because when she and Andre, although I have not heard it, and it's contagious
Yeah.
laugh, because of course, but it's a good thing when you see Andre, you cannot help. Sometimes you don't even know what he's laughing at. But folks, it's good to laugh.
We've
It's-
always heard that laughter is therapy for the soul.
Yes, it is
You know.
for the soul alone. It is good for the facial muscles.
Right.
Uh,
Yes.
It keeps the face looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of you have, boy, my wife is watching a series there with a lady. I just feel uncomfortable watching her.
Mm-hmm.
She's a wicked lady, and her countenance alone,
Yeah.
I don't like to watch it for that.
She's the antagonist, so it's
Yes.
expected.
Sometimes you cannot always be laughing.
Mhm.
Sometimes we have to express remorse.
Yes.
We have to
Sorrow.
sorrow,
Mhm.
weep with those that weep.
Mm-hmm.
But it is important that we spend quite a bit of time around people who can bring the best out of us.
Oh, that is very, very important, because a lot
Yes.
of times when we're in that depressive state, all we want to do, like you said and Claire said, is just stay away from everybody, don't have any conversations. And for us, it feels okay because you do not want anyone in.
Right.
And that's why
Okay.
your support system is very important.
Yes.
You need to have that in your life. So somebody is going to pull you up.
Mhm.
Somebody is going to say, come, let's go somewhere. let's go out, let's go have some fun. So you're not stuck in the house and just thinking about that problem over and over again. So finding a safe space to process your difficult feelings is important.
And the safe space will be in an environment like the counseling environment.
Or somebody you trust.
Yes. The counseling environment, especially with a professional, remember you have rights to confidentiality, so you know for sure that person cannot take my business and drop it in the ears of a friend, because that person would risk being sued. So you have that kind of enclosure, you have that kind of protection. So you need to know that when you're seeking for a counselor, make inquiries, make sure that you call up the person, check out their qualifications, feel comfortable that you're okay, that this person is trustworthy.
And of course, cultivating self-compassion. Some of us, we have compassion for everybody else,
Yes.
except ourselves.
But we need to explore that self-compassion. It doesn't mean feeling sorry for yourself, but you're willing to release other people. That's usually you're human. Claire, you're human. Let that go.
Make allowance for the human factor.
But you're not saying to yourself, okay, I messed up. I did. Let me see what I can learn from that. But be compassionate to yourself. Tell yourself that, okay, I was just a silly duck at this moment, but I have talent. I can rise above that. Be compassionate to yourself. Remind yourself that you're a human being. That is not just I'm a human being. That doesn't say much. I'm a human being designed in such a way that I am not perfect, or else I wouldn't be on planet Earth. And if I was perfect, I would not be enjoying planet Earth. It's impossible.
But a lot of people don't get to that point. It's so difficult for them to do that, Dr. Phil, because positive self-talk is one of the most difficult things for many of us.
We demean ourselves most of the
We
times.
demean ourselves and demean others faster than sort of help them along by saying kind things, kind words. There's a passage of scripture that really enthralls me. Pleasant words are like honeycomb, sweet to the soul, man. And when you get people who can encourage you with words, not flattery though, they can tell you something negative about yourself in such a way that when you leave them, you feel motivated.
Yes.
Yeah. And God bless people like that. Yeah.
And one of the things you can also do is to practice mindfulness, and it just means to be more in the present, live in the present, in the moment. The past is gone. We have no control over the future. The only time we have is now. So
But
live
quite a
in the
number of
present.
persons are controlled by the past. Their whole life
Yes.
is, if I had only known.
Only
If I did that, he wouldn't die. I am the one that caused. Give me a break. And still we believe that God is the one who giveth life and taketh away, but still we blame ourselves.
Do you think that when people get into that position, it's like a rut? Do you think it's the pain that keeps them trapped?
Yes, the pain, it was not processed. They didn't get debriefed to confront reality. Like some people, they blame God, they hate God. Now when they get into a debriefing session, they're allowed to vent. You don't bother yourself.
Right.
But then at the end, when you summing up what we learn, tell me something, where you see God in all that? Well, why did he take away a good person? And there we have scripture that God can defend himself with that. And they feel so relieved. But they must process. Persons helping them process must not focus too much on what they're saying than what they're going through and the reason for them saying what they're saying. It's through pain and not understanding or focusing on death, challenges as a part of growth.
And there are also times, Dr. Phil and Claire, that as much as one wants to let go, there's still so many pieces, so many things around them that constantly reminds them of why they feel the way that they do, or remember maybe a color, a scent, something traumatic has happened, and it's difficult to let go. What would you say to someone like that?
Remember, we're speaking about let go not only in terms of letting go to things, but also relationships.
Relationships.
Okay, we come into that. Let's not jump the gun.
Okay.
We come into that. So keep in mind that we're not speaking about releasing yourself from things or a loved one who died, but a relationship, a marriage. There was once I said on the air, I think it was at HTS, speaking about the same subject, I said, we can love people enough to give them a divorce. Boy, my head was almost taken off because persons at that time didn't fully appreciate the meaning of that word love,
Right.
and understand that somebody, they don't want you anymore. They're actually living their life. They're with somebody else. They have children. And they ask you for a divorce. And you now, knowing that there is nothing that could hold that relationship again, you have biblical reason to let the person go through a divorce. I'm saying, love that person. Okay, they don't want me, but I can release them. By releasing them, I'm released myself. But some people, they will do all in their power to see to it that you don't get a divorce. Now, I'm a pastor. People expect me to say, don't divorce at all costs. I know better than that. You understand what I'm saying? So this morning we want to bring our listening audience. We know you from all religious backgrounds, so we are generalizing. Okay, so we are saying that when it comes to relationships, also we need to come to grips with these factors, so that we can release people without hurting ourselves, clinging onto them, clinging at all costs. The person sometimes is married already. They divorced you. If you're in the States, you get a divorce 2 days later. But if you're in St. Lucia, this takes time. But the person has moved on. They have children with somebody else. They don't want you. They're treating you badly. Quitter, aller, faire, zafei, et puis la métier chaukina. Pakatansa.
Most people don't.
So we have a situation where a couple, somebody has been hurt in the relationship, and the party that did the hurting decides, let's go to counseling, and I would like to rehabilitate my marriage. But the other party might say, this is not my goal, because I will not be able to count the cost.
Right.
That means if I stay...
Or I cannot handle the cost. Yeah.
If I stay in that relationship, I will remember stuff, I will see things, like saying, I will hear things, I will not be able to take it. And that person says, I want a divorce. I think we should say bravo to that person. They've been honest.
If they say that to you, unless you say, look,
instead of getting back in a relationship and making your life miserable.
All night waking you up, what you thinking of? You
But
see
they were
somebody,
honest enough to say, you know what, I can't
handle it. Yes.
I think we should go our separate ways.
But that individual should really process that. Again, it depends on your perspective on your life, your life's views, your religious background. You'd want to check with your pastor or counselor and make sure that what you're doing, you can get their support. Is very important in this difficult time. But it is you in the relationship. But if you want to move on in such a relationship, it would be wise to see a counselor. They would give you the right communication skills to communicate that in a loving way to the individual. I wouldn't want to make you miserable. I don't think I will be able to handle you having 2 children outside there. I don't have one. I don't want to make you unhappy, and I don't want you to make me unhappy. I believe that it is better that we both separate our ways. I know individuals who did it, and they're living now like family. That one, they divorce. That one has a family. This one has his family. And they are friends. One of these days I'll bring that individual here because people believe I'm mad.
That was really interesting.
Yes. That individual was at HTS with me one day.
Okay.
Yes. Interesting situation.
That'll be a great addition, actually.
Yes.
And so letting go of the past can be challenging. Events that people found difficult can have a significant influence on their daily life, from their beliefs to the decisions they make. And we're speaking about examples of past events. We spoke about intimate relationships,
Yes.
perceived successes or failures. You had a successful tenure somewhere, and now you failed at something, and you keep thinking of that one time that you succeeded. Or you fail, and you keep thinking of that failure instead of trying again. You're not letting go and trying all over again. Mistakes, we make mistakes, and we can't seem to let it go. Regrets, I wish I had never done that. I wish I had never
If
gone
wishes
there.
were horses, beggars would ride. Wishing doesn't solve anything.
So there are a number of things that we need to let go in our lives if we are to live a fulfilled life, a reasonably fulfilled life.
But sometimes when we let go, the bird comes back. There's another situation. We can get that one into the studio. That individual divorced spouse. And after counseling, not influencing them to get back, these individuals are married again.
What?
Yes. Live.
No, I need to hear this again.
We have a situation where two individuals, they were getting at each other for years until they divorced each other. But the husband, he never ceased to take care of the spouse. When she would fall sick, he would tell her, I didn't want it, that's what you wanted. He would take care of her. And she had a challenge. And this woman, she said, boy. And she remarried him. And he was not just doing it for that. He really appreciated, and that's the time he'd come and wash and cook when she's sick.
Oh, that's amazing.
What do you do if a person remarries?
Remarry them.
So sometimes when you release a bird, instead of stressing, and it will come back to you. Just like meow, I tell Claire, well, meow, let it go. When he compares home with where he's going to get a tidbit, and
He
they
comes
always come
back.
back. All right, folks, so we hope that you're getting it. And sometimes when we say love somebody enough to let them go, to release, if you love somebody, an intense desire to please God, if that's your perspective on life, or your life's view, if you have an intense desire to please God in the way you interact with people, your spouse, your children, and to do good to them, and that's what they want, release them. And you have options. You can separate yourself if you're a spiritual person, biblical person. You have the option of, okay, let's come apart for a while. We will not see anybody and see. And during that time, you probably see a counselor. These people usually miss each other. Two shakes. Sometimes in counseling, we come up with a plan. I say, how much time you want? Let's say the wife says, I want 3 months from him. Husband start to bawl, 3 months. This is what she's asking of you.
Yes.
And he says, okay, within a week, wife comes, I miss my husband. When we hold on and we quarrel and we do not take time to listen to people's heart, because quite a number of women say, my problem with my spouse or my fiancé, whatever it is, he doesn't listen. He doesn't listen. So when I teach the men to listen, sometimes it only takes 5 minutes. He goes back home and he puts this into practice. Honey, let me see if I get what you're saying. The women feel so good. They come back. Dr. Phil, for the first time in my life, I felt listened to. So as we're sharing, and Claire, I don't think we should rush that. We love our people. This program is being paid for so that we can share with you because we're in trouble in our country. We have domestic violence. There's people getting angry, poor communication. People haven't learned to apologize properly, to say they're sorry. They find it difficult. We are now marrying people with an abused background, person who are raped, people, all kinds of things. We need to learn that these people cannot function properly in a serious relationship. So this program is helping us navigate through these difficulties, learning when and how to forgive, learning when to let go. Let go. Sometimes we have actually taken persons to the cemetery to bring a closure, to let go of the one that was lost through death. You get that, Kima?
Oh, yeah.
So this morning, take it slowly. We don't have much time to be with you for your response. And this morning, we were late, a little late because of the traffic. But we still want 5 persons. The time is now to open the line, Kina. But before we do that, please explain to our listening audience again.
So we're asking for 5 of you to call in and say what stood out for you from the start of today's program on letting go. There's so many things that Dr. Phil and Clarissa touched on. Whatever it is that resonated with you, call us and let us know. Or if you have a question, something is bothering you and you want to take Dr. Phil's number, you might not necessarily want to say it on air, you could call us as well. The number is to call 572-9710. That's the studio line. Or 287-0971 on WhatsApp.
A little sweet slower than that.
572-9710. The number again, 572-9710. That's the studio line. On WhatsApp, 287-0971.
Remember that it is 5. We will not put 2 in the box. We will not put 3. We will not put 4. 5 calls this morning. The end of the month is coming very quickly, and we want to give away $200.
We have a caller?
Yes, good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Dr. Phil and your wife.
Good morning to you.
I want to say something. I don't know if I need my name in there or the 5, but Dr. Phil, I just had to tell you how amazing I think both you and your wife are. I've listened to you on Radio 100, here on Rev-Up St. Lucia, hearing you share your wife sharing her story, what she went through when she was 12, how the 2 of you met, the honesty, the conversation, even the next topic about when Tony passed, the grieving, and then you had forgiveness, and then even today, letting go. I've been through counseling, and I'm telling you, you are amazing. You're like a psychiatrist and a psychotherapy. And I just want St. Lucian to know that we actually do have the facility, because I'm hearing both you and your wife talk, and you are even better than some of the counselors and social workers that I've been through. I've been through counseling, social worker, also psychiatrist and psychotherapy. And St. Lucian's, I am so proud to know that we do have what we need. And those 2 counselors, I think they are better than counselors.
But let me correct you quickly. A psychiatrist will have medical certification to dispense drugs. And I'm not in that category. Okay, I'm not a psychiatrist. All right? I heard you.
You are a psychiatrist?
No. I am a counselor, a psychologist.
Yes, I know that.
Not a psychiatrist.
That's what I'm saying. You are even just as good.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Thank you.
are so good that, so listeners, I'm not saying he's a psychiatrist or
Good.
psychotherapy.
Yes.
I am saying you are so good. It reminds me of my classes with my psychiatrist and my psychotherapy.
Okay.
That's how amazing the 2 of you are.
Okay,
right?
thank you
And
so
I just
much.
want to thank you guys that the ability that I'm hearing, the things I'm hearing the 2 of you say, yes, you're a counselor, but I'm telling you, you sound like you have it all. So St. Lucian should take that and make use of it because we do need that help. Because I also was raped and I had to go through a lot. And
Yes.
even letting go, you talk about letting go. One of the things that your wife was saying that you don't even think of it. And one of my triggers were a squeaking of a door one day in the
Wow.
night. I'm hearing the squeaking of the door. And when one of the times when we were being raped, the door would open and you would hear the squeaking of the door, and one of us on the floor would get raped. So that just stands with me, and it took me like 3 months to just let go of it. And I never thought of it. I never remembered that incident, and it just came. That trigger just came out of nowhere. So it is hard. Triggers are hard.
Right.
And really and truly, my calling is just to praise you both for your amazing job. And you are amazing.
Okay, our sponsors will be hearing that, and that will be encourage them to keep this program going. We want to, and we want to pay for it because I think this is a very good radio station, reaching.
We need it.
Yes. So thank you for letting us know that. And we would like to put your name in the box, and to let our listening audience know that, Kina, we will be getting a little extra time. So
Yes, just a
don't
little
say that
bit,
you will not get
because you were
time to
late.
call.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Bye. Thank you guys again.
Thank you,
so
sweetheart.
much for calling
Yes.
Virginia. Your name goes into that box, so thank you so much. We missed a few calls while Virginia
Not
was
in the box yet. If you get 5 this morning, the 5 would go in the box.
Someone else is calling. Good morning. How are you, Christine?
Good morning, Kina.
Hi.
Good morning,
Good morning.
to Pastor Phil and
Claire.
Mrs. Claire.
Good
Yes.
morning.
Good morning. Okay. Program always very informative as usual.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes. I want to say a few things that stood out for me today.
All right.
The first one, which you always tend to stress on, but I always keep it in mind. Always do a background check on the counselor before you
Yes.
choose one.
Yes.
That's right.
The other thing that stood out for me today is when you spoke about do not allow the crisis in your life to prevent you from enjoying your life.
Yes.
To put your spiritual life into perspective
Yes.
first, then continue to enjoy your life and always have a good, hearty laugh.
Yes. Yes.
Also, what you spoke of that, it says it helps to relax the facial muscles.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And last, so that somebody else can get time,
Yes.
spend time with people who bring out the best in you.
That's
Right.
it.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Great.
thank you so much
Great
for calling,
stuff. She
Christine.
really listened, huh?
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
she
this
did.
is what we want. And when you listen like that, you can help somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody might be going through a crisis, and you remember. You don't even have to mention Dr. Phil says. You just share.
Yes.
Right.
The number is to call again, 572-9710. That number, studio line. We have another call. Good morning. Hello, good morning, Mr. Sylvester. How are you?
Let them know they can call
Hey.
on both lines, huh?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Good
Oh,
Good
it's afternoon. Sorry,
Yes,
what
it
happened
is.
was.
It is.
How you
Good
doing?
afternoon.
Good
I'm
afternoon.
okay.
That's great.
Good afternoon, Kina. Good afternoon,
Good
Dr. Phil.
afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sister
Claire.
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 Good afternoon.
Okay. Okay, thanks for accepting my call.
Beautiful. No
You're
problem.
welcome.
Yes.
What stood out for me today is when you said, if you genuinely love somebody, you don't make this person's life miserable.
Right.
And even your spouse, if you have to give a divorce, you can, to make this person, to free up this person, to let this person go, you can do that. If you genuinely love the person and you see the
Yes.
person is not interested in you anymore,
Let's say you're naughty, and you know that you're naughty. You've done
Yeah.
something you may not have wanted to hurt the individual. You found yourself carried away with your sexuality, and it is causing problem. The person cannot handle it. It is
Right.
their right, biblically and legally, if they want, to divorce you. While this is not a crime, but you can divorce the person. So, if that's what the person wants, love the person to say, okay, I don't want to divorce you. I love you. I know I hurt you, but you told me you cannot handle the costs. They check the cost of releasing you. Let the bird go. Who knows? The bird might come back to the nest. All right, that's good stuff.
And Pastor Phil, the Bible make provision for divorce, eh?
Yes, but let's not go there.
Okay.
This morning. Just passing through. It makes probably another time we can look at divorce from different perspectives, because different cultures look at it differently, and we have a whole set of people with different religious cultures. Even among Christianity, it's so difficult and different. So,
but if you love somebody, do not make the person life miserable. If you genuinely love somebody,
yes,
Definitely not.
that would be contradicting the word itself.
Thank you for calling.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sylvester, for calling. That's our third caller for today on the healing process.
I appreciate
program.
These concerns, these reflections, and these discussions, because some people, because of their religious faith, they are living miserable lives because they misunderstand certain things.
Right.
And it is important, those of us who loves people and wouldn't just say things to them to have them to contradict their faith, but rather challenge them. Okay, this is what your faith says. How is it working for you?
Yes, I agree. The number is to call again, 572-9710. That number is the studio line, 572-9710. Or you could call WhatsApp 287-0971. Tell us. We have another call. Good afternoon. Hi. Hi, Curlin.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Curlin.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good morning to all everybody in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You're saying good afternoon, but usually I hear Kina getting kisses, and I want my kiss and hug.
She'll do that in my place, please.
Oh, okay. There you go, Dr. Phil. Mwah. Feel better?
I receive. Ooh, that feels nice and soft. Okay, speak to us, darling.
What stood out for me today is I need to remember that I am human and I need to live in the now. Because I am a very shy person and I'm an overthinker as well. Every time I call the studio, I overthink, like, did I say the right thing? Did you understand what I said? Like, I always overthink, and I need to learn how to
Sweetheart,
live in the now.
Dr. Phil is 69 years old. I have a daughter, I have a granddaughter. When you call, it's like my child calling me. All right? Don't even think of what I'm thinking of you. I compensate for your mistakes. I don't even hear them. Grammar or otherwise, I don't hear them. I'm just happy to know that a young person is calling the program. And one of these days you will meet with Claire and
I did meet with you once. I don't know if you recall.
You did?
When you had the giveaway for like saying the intro, and I won the...
Wow, you have been following Dr. Phil for a while.
Yes, I am.
Okay, sweetheart.
Oh, great.
Well, I'll need an upgrade. Okay?
Okay. No problem. Thank you very much.
Okay. Tam, take this number 7309009 and send me a photograph so that Claire and I could have an upgrade.
730
9009.
9009. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, darling.
And if you want, the listeners, if you want to get in touch with us, that's the number to call, 730-9009. We have a message here from Helen from Vijay. Good afternoon, Helen. She said she's listening.
Okay, thank you very much, Helen.
We have a question from someone. I guess they don't want to call, but they said, is it normal to forgive and numb up to every situation in a marriage for the sake of peace, for peace of mind of their children?
What's the question again?
Is it normal to forgive and numb up to every situation?
A numb up?
Yeah, just get numb towards every other situation for the sake of her child.
Well, being
that's
numb is
question.
not healthy. It's not healthy for you. And if you find yourself in a situation where you have to fold up, keep shut, not say anything, it is better to get help to cope
With it.
with it.
Okay.
No, it's not good to
She's
numb up.
saying for the sake of the children.
For the sake of the children, because she's married. That's what she's
Right,
saying.
it's not good to numb up, but it's good to see a counselor for coping strategies. The counselor will give you coping strategies for the situation.
Okay. The numbers to call again, 572-9710. That's the studio line. 572-9710, 287-0971. We've got 4 callers so far into today's program. If you have a question or
Yes.
anything that resonated with you from the start of this program, just call us and let us know. 572-9710, 287-0971. And reminding you that your name goes into that box at the end of the month.
Once we get 5.
Once we get 5, goes into
How much
that
more
box.
time do we have?
About 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Your facial expression, Dr. Phil, always has this way of just winning me over. So 572-9710, 287-0971. Don't be shy. That's why we're here. That's why
Right,
Dr.
yes.
Phil is here. That's why Claire is here. I know sometimes, a lot of times, you're taking it all in and you're processing it and really trying to maybe handle things on your own. But that's exactly why Dr. Phil and Claire are here. One more call or any questions that you may have.
Yes, I'll
Whatever
take
is
your
going on, callers 572-9710 studio line or 287-0971.
Okay, and life experiences affect us in different ways. Different persons, different ways. Some people may find it a little easier to move on.
We have a call. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Try again, please, quickly.
Try again, please, if you're hearing me. Thank you.
Yes. You were saying, Claire?
Yes, I'm saying that we all experience pain.
Hi, hello, good
Yes.
afternoon.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you
Yes.
speak a bit
Hello.
louder, please? We're not hearing you too clearly.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello. Hi, good afternoon. How are you? Can you hear me?
I'm hearing her.
I'm
but-
hearing her, but I
yeah.
don't think she's hearing us. Thank you so much for calling. You could call back again. We're not hearing you too clearly, so if you're hearing us, just speak a bit louder, please. 287-0971, WhatsApp number, studio line 572-9710.
Okay, Claire. We can continue.
Yes, so saying that some people find it easy to move on after a difficult experience, while others find that these experiences have a lasting impact on their mental health.
And that could be associated with their temperament.
Mm.
The sanguine, as long as they find themselves with a group of their buddies, would move on, would laugh and move on.
Individual is calling back again. Hi, hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Wow.
Hello,
Good afternoon.
can you hear us now?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, we are hearing you loud and clear, sweetheart.
Hello.
Hello,
Yes, you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
you could go ahead.
You may be having difficulty.
Maybe on their end. Go ahead, Clara, Dr.
On
Phil,
the
continue.
WhatsApp.
Yes, we were saying that moving on would be highly correlated with the person's temperament. Some temperaments, like the phlegmatic, wouldn't bother themselves too much.
Mm-hmm.
The sanguine, as I said, would move on. The choleric would say, to hell with that, and move on very
Mhm.
quickly. So it's heavily correlated with the temperament. And one of these programs, we are going to be touching on temperaments and the way they relate to people, places, and things.
Mhm.
Yes, so people who struggle to let go of specific events from the past may have experienced trauma. And when we say trauma, we're referring to the kind of psychological wound that can result from any distressing experience you may have. Such
Don't
as
forget,
loss.
we need one more call for these 5 names to go into the box. So please don't say that I'm just listening. We are just recapping. We're not going to give you anything new. We are waiting for your call or your question, because somebody needs to get this $200, whether it's you or somebody.
Someone that needs it.
Yes, that is love.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, your effort can help somebody. So talk to us.
572-971-0287-0971. Studio line 572-9710. WhatsApp 287-0971. You could call there as well.
Okay, we'll be wrapping up very soon.
Yes. And if we don't get one more call, no names go in the box today. How sad.
Yeah, that works. That works.
All right.
Okay, so
My 10 minutes is almost gone.
almost done. Now, when you
Yes.
speak of trauma, most times people think of a violent event,
Mhm.
something violent that they've experienced, like persons who return from the war.
Mhm.
That's when we think of trauma, but it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be the only way. It can happen, any distress that you experience, any life experience that can, we refer to a psychological wound, right? Anything that happened to you that
Mhm.
can be referred to as a psychological wound is a trauma.
Yes, and
A distressing
It is-
experience you might go through.
it is known that psychological wounds can be more distressing than a physical wound.
Yes.
Very distressing. You cannot explain exactly how you're hurting, where you're hurting, but it hurts. I think we will end on that note. We didn't get the last call. You still have 5 seconds.
Yeah, we
So-
still have some time.
So, Kina, what about you? What stood out for you?
Oh, so many things stood out for me today, Dr. Phil and Claire. First of all, I want to say thank you oh so much for, coming by again.
Yes.
When you said letting go and you spoke about that, a lot of the times whilst during the program, I looked at, different facets within, my journey in this life and ways that, I have gone through some challenges because I wasn't able to let go. I had this one traumatic event in my life years ago, and that's where you and Claire came in, and I was able to let go of that, and I held on to that for more than 20 years.
Good stuff.
Right?
Good stuff.
So for me, that's where I found my healing, and I think listeners to this.
Yes, from the time they hear somebody like yourself,
Yes.
with presence on the media,
Yeah.
look, I was not ashamed to go and get help.
Yeah, I wasn't.
And
I
remember,
wasn't
folks,
ashamed.
it had to take her to tell you. I couldn't
Yes,
have said
yes,
that.
right.
Yes.
So I had, and I think a long time ago on the hard drive with Andre and Tony, I did mention that I was
okay.
raped,
Okay.
right? And so I got help for that. And sometimes you just carry on, you have times where, and we had a caller, she said, you know what, when she hears, the sound, the creaking of the door,
Right.
that would remind her of stuff. For me, when I heard anyone at the door, I would be terrified. And, I was quite young when it happened. Well, in my early 20s when it happened. So every time, or maybe a particular scent, it would, take me back down memory lane. And I just kept on, going. You know what? You got to live, right? You got to live. No matter what's happening, you got to live. But deep down, it affected, my relationships. I love staying at home. I want to be at home before night falls. I do not want to be out on the street because what happened to me happened in the night. So I kept myself, closed in at home. And that's where Dr. Phil came in and Clarissa came in. And they really helped me navigate that aspect of my life that I kept to myself, thinking that, hey, I'm moving along in this life. And I thought I let go, but really and truly I didn't.
Well, it's our privilege. We're so happy that we met with you and you were able to get this release from that. And those of you listening, especially if you have been currently raped, the court aspect of that is devastating for you. We will not charge you to get you debriefed. Remember that. If you're currently raped, don't think of cost. I don't think somebody going through this type of trauma should be confronted with a bill for counseling. That's just Claire and I. Maybe we okay because remember, that's not all I do. I am not speaking for everybody else. I'm just telling you that for ourselves. So you can make use of that. Don't keep this thing there if you're currently raped. But remember that there is a difference between some people say they're abused.
We're getting a call.
Okay.
You want to take it?
Yes.
Hi, good morning. How are you? Hello, good morning. Oh, not sure what's happening.
That person is really trying.
Yes, this.
Yeah, that
this
Can you see the
person
number?
sent a
I could see the
message.
number. I'll give it to you.
This person sent a message that they've been trying.
What's the name? So we can put it in the box.
I'm not quite sure what the name is.
Please send your name. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
And the other things that really
I have the
resonated.
name,
You have
We
a
have
name.
the name,
I can
yeah.
give
Okay,
you the
good. So
name.
you'll
Give
give me
it
the
to you
name
afterwards,
so
yeah.
you could text it to me. The other thing that really resonated. Okay, someone says they send a message. Good afternoon. Okay, someone is calling again. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello, yeah. I want to find out if there's a difference between listening and hearing.
Oh, yes, sweetheart. And I don't think we can exhaust that today. There is a difference, and it will be our privilege. When we are through with you, you'll not have a problem in differentiating the two. Okay?
Okay.
So we have your name. We'll be put in the box, and we will be dealing with that another time, okay? Listening.
All right, no problem.
We will be touching effective communication because this is at the top of the list in the devastation of marriages or relationships, poor communication. So we will do, and I will remember you, okay?
Okay, no problem.
When we are doing listening and hearing. Very, very good.
Thanks.
Thank you for
So
calling.
you said you'd put a
You're
name down,
welcome.
did you?
Also, send me your name on WhatsApp.
Send us
Just send
your
a
name,
text
please,
message, please, as
so
well.
that we can put your
okay?
name in the box.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you so much. And someone sent a WhatsApp message just now, and they said to you, Dr. Phil and Claire, good afternoon, Pastor Phil and his wonderful wife. I very much enjoy your program today. Blessings always to you both.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Right.
We appreciate
And I'm
it.
jealous. Pastor Phil and his wonderful wife. Not give me a little something. All right.
Would you
Once you give Claire.
Would you prefer Claire and her wonderful husband?
No, not at all. Let me have a little fun if I were caller.
Yeah, and the other thing that really resonated with me as well is you're also saying that we all human and we make mistakes and we should not be hard on ourselves, but we should laugh a lot more, and find people,
But
Laugh
what
at
I
yourself.
highlighted, Kina, is we go quickly to we are human, but that doesn't say anything by itself. What about us being human? Since we are human beings with a nature that is capable of making mistakes, we should not be hard on ourselves and other people. We must learn from our mistakes.
Yes.
What did I learn? Do I want to repeat that
Someone else is
behavior
calling. You want to take that
to
call?
get the same result? That's very important.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning.
Oh,
Oh, good afternoon,
They're sending
rather.
the person sent a text message. Okay.
Okay, beautiful. Yes, Kina, so anytime you use that I'm human, don't let it stand alone.
Mm-hmm.
I am human like everybody else with a nature that is capable of responding to the environment in positive or negative ways. We cannot take that away from ourselves.
I love how you said that. That is
All right.
capable of responding to the environment in negative or positive ways.
Right.
Because that's a huge takeaway. And it speaks of, what's happening in our society right now with the crime
Yes.
situation as well.
There we go. When somebody does something negative to me, do I respond with criminal activity? No. If I have to defend myself or my wife, and I will take your life, that's your problem. And I take your life, that's your problem. That's not my
Yes.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay? I will not go in a corner saying I took somebody's life. I don't want to take somebody's life. Not by accident, I drive safely. But if you put yourself in a position to take my life, and I get the first gun out of my waist, you're going to get it. And I will not regret it because I was defending that life that I appreciate.
Right.
But I love other people to love their life. So I wouldn't drive carelessly, take a gun, go forming the fool and shoot somebody by accident, this kind of thing.
It takes us to the decisions that we make on a daily basis.
On a daily basis.
Yes. Throughout the day, that is.
Yes.
Positive decisions.
Kina, you're making me feel like staying here for before Mr. Andrew Paul fires.
Let's go. You are late, so okay. So Claire, Dr. Phil,
Yes.
any final words for our listeners and our viewers?
Well, this morning I was so happy to hear, not just from the big up. This woman spoke from her heart.
Hi, Virginia.
And you have to receive.
Yes.
All right, and a little correction, but we receive. And this is what we want, to know that our people are gleaning, learning from what we're dispensing so that they can help others.
Right.
Yes, and remember, we're quick to say, I'm not perfect. So let's remember that.
Right, yes.
So have a blessed day, everyone.
To everyone who called or sent messages, because we did get some messages and we